Well, today I'm meeting Priyanka Chopra Jonas and Richard Madden, and as all Indians, we're hugely excited about Citadel. Hello and welcome.
Hi Shilpa, how are you?
Hi, I'm doing well. PC, you've been part of such grandiose, big ticket projects, but to be part of the second most expensive series ever, what was that scale like?
I didn't think about that part. Can you imagine if you go on the set thinking about, no, I didn't. I actually didn't even know that till we finished shooting. When it came out in the press is when we were like, oh, okay. But I don't think you go into a job thinking about those things. I think there was enough challenges on this shoot by itself as a show. It's complex, it's complicated in the most delicious way. It has so much to chew on and so much as an actor that demands of you that it did not want to add another added layer. But I think that we've done a good job, and I think the show is really amazing. There's really nothing like this on TV at the scale. It has so much heart at the same time. Amazing characters that are so multidimensional that I think people will really enjoy it.
Well, absolutely, and I do want to talk about that character. But Richard, what did you think about the scale of the entire thing? Was there any one time when you thought, wow, this is massive?
Yes, there's one sequence in episode 6, which obviously I can't tell you about, that is so massive and huge that
even
it was
I was
intimidating being on the set with it. You kind of, you know, it's one of those things, everything's so big that you forget that you're on a set and you start to feel like you're in a theme park because you're surrounded by props and set and all this vision. So yeah, you have to wait till episode 6.
It's pretty crazy.
Okay, I'm waiting. Now the suspense is even more. Your character, Nadia Sin, is a heady cocktail of power, sensuality, intensity, and of course action. How did you approach all these aspects?
I wanted Nadia to be very different as a character than anything else I've done before. I don't know if I've been able to achieve it, but I wanted her to have a quiet strength. I wanted her to be able to handle anything. I think that she's vulnerable, but there's strength in her vulnerability. She can handle that by herself. She doesn't need external powers to, and I think there's something really cool about that. I'm very opposite. I love my friends and family. I need them. I'll cry at the drop of a hat. I'm silly, goofy. Nadia doesn't smile, even sometimes. But I think she's just such a cool, self-confident, assured woman that I really enjoyed trying to help create her.
Well, we think of you as a cool, self-confident, strong.
You have to hang out with me more often.
Well, I just thought you channeled yourself into it.
No, I think I actually wanted to step out of who I am to be able to do that.
But it was a very striking character, very sexy.
Thank you.
Richard, what is it like working with our best import so far? That's PCJ. You know, and especially coming to India and witnessing her fandom, right? How has that been?
It's a joy. Priyanka's an utter professional, and this kind of job requires so much focus and attention to detail. We're jumping through timelines, we're jumping through characters within one human being. We both play 2 characters, so to be on set with someone who's so incredibly prepared and then throws it all to the side and we get to spar and dance and literally fight together, I feel very lucky.
You know, even when I meet her for a media interaction, I see PC always giving it 100%, right? Is that the same on the sets? Like, does she go?
Always.
Is it?
Always, yes, completely. It's inspiring. It's good to be around because it means you go, I got to bring my A game because Priyanka's always going to.
But I also think it's going to be easy for me. I'm like, you know, I'm like, PC is there. She's going to make it look good.
Well, I mean, I think like we, as now we've both actually, Richard, now, and we just learned this, have been doing this for almost 20 years. And I think when you know the job, you walk in with a sense of confidence. And I'm anyway someone that I don't take my work for granted. I don't take people's time for granted. I'm very clear and I feel very blessed about, you know, the kind of work I have received and the opportunities to work with incredible actors like him. I've admired Richard for, you know, whether it was Game of Thrones or Bodyguard. I loved that show. I binge watched it, I remember. But to be able to work with incredible talent that, you know, you can go toe to toe with is just so fun. We keep each other in check.
You know, PC, you have been somebody who's always spoken up for women's rights. You've been a very vocal advocate. I find that, it's such a beautiful blend, because you were also somebody who famously said you went into rooms and introduced yourself. And at the same time, you've achieved a landmark pay parity in this, and you've really set the ball rolling. What does that feel like to be part at the helm or as a trailblazer? And it must have been very difficult.
I don't think, you take decisions in your life thinking about being a trailblazer, but I think that you have to walk into a room and think about what is it that I'm bringing to the table, and what is it that makes me different and makes me unique. And I think, yes, being a female in entertainment has been hard, whether it's Bollywood, Hollywood, or wherever else, because, we are pretty much still a patriarchal society all over the world, and I think what women of our generation have banded together, and it's so inspiring to see so many of my colleagues and co-actors, whether that's in India, Anushka, and so many people who've become Alia, producers, and said, if you're not going to write me the story I want that puts me on the help, I'm going to do it myself. Or whether you go over there, it's Kerry Washington, Nicole Kidman, so many people. And it's such a wonderful time to be a female actor, because there's such a beautiful sisterhood, and there's a dialogue around, a sense of giving a woman agency in the job. Now, whether it's your job or my job, we have to fight for that agency, and hopefully the next generation won't.
That's so beautifully put. This is a series I'm so excited about, but I'm sure your friends and family are excited about on a whole different level. What have the initial reactions been?
Has your family seen it?
My parents have seen the first 2 episodes, but it was such a rough cut.
What do they think?
Well, I don't like it to be a surprise for them, so I'm just going to wait until it comes out and then they get
Mine has seen it.
Did they like it?
Yeah, my father-in-law was psyched. He was like, he's a big Marvel fan, and he was just like, I need to see another one. I need to see another one. And keep seeing it. So
Great.
my family really loved it, and were really hyped about it. So let's see, fingers crossed.
So are we. And from the little I've seen, I can't wait to watch the rest. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.